Hey guys, Buddha here bringing you this second game of the Best of 5 series featuring Tarson, our yellow Terran, and his opponent, the red Protoss player Slider. So they did change colors from the first game. I don't know what's that about. But Tarson giving out the good old good luck, have fun. These two players very friendly usually. At least in the first game there was a lot of chatter going down. And in the first game, Tarson actually won it very convincingly with some great EMPs on a whole bunch of stalkers, on a whole bunch of sentries. Sorry, I think one EMP actually got all 7 sentries that were at full energy. So that was Slider's downfall. He could not throw down a single force field. I think he only threw down one before that EMP hit. And from there, he just lost all his army, got dropped once in the main, couldn't do much, got his Nexus sniped, then all-in with all his probes, and just died. So Tarson taking game 1 quite convincingly. The second game will be on Tal'Darim Altar, a very, very large map. You see some players actually go for an expo first sometimes on this map. Very rare though in TVP because it is so risky. If your opponent puts on any kind of early pressure, you will have a lot of trouble defending it. You can actually see Tarson opting for a barracks and Slider going for the exact same Protoss equivalent build, a gateway and in a simulator. You can see Tarson actually throwing down his refinery, so mirror builds on not a mirror matchup from these two players. This scouting SCV bumping his way a bit on this corner here. I don't know if you caught that. That was quite funny. Making his way across the map to scout a bit. And the same thing going down for Slider. Not opting to scout just yet. He does feel safe against any kind of build. For those of you just tuning in, I am streaming these live as I cast them on my Justin TV account on my stream. If you want to know when I go live, just follow me on Justin TV/BuddhaZerg, Buddha with a single D, and you will receive an email whenever I go live. I usually try and cast these Best of 5 series in a bunch, so I cast them straight and upload them later on YouTube. If you are tuning in live, I will be uploading these on YouTube if you can't make it through the whole set. So you can find out how this goes out at the end. It is from the Go4SC2 Cup, I believe. I'm not too sure about that. You guys can check and tell me if it really is. This initial Marine actually denying the scouting probe, and quite good here by credit. Quite a nice decision here by Tarson to actually throw down this Marine before building this Reaper that denies any kind of scout, and actually Slider now might be caught off guard by this first initial, and I believe single. I think it will be the only Reaper on the map. But since Slider will not know about this, he might actually not have a stalker in position or a sentry in position. He is getting his second gas, so sentries are bound to come out. There's the first one. And actually, it will be out of position when this Reaper comes on this little ledge here. He might actually get a single or double probe kill if Slider isn't careful. Now throwing down his own Nexus, as well as Tarson throwing down his command center. This Reaper making its way, spawning the Nexus. I don't even think the Nexus could see this Reaper. So this Reaper still, Slider still unaware that a Reaper is on the map. Now throwing down another gateway. This Reaper finally making its way through the mineral line. Will get a 1 probe kill. Might get a second one. And now focusing down the sentry actually. And he does get that sentry kill. And that is quite nice by Tarson here. A free sentry. That Reaper makes its way out of the main base. Now that denies about 4 force fields later on, because those sentries will get 200 energy, and especially that initial one, and once that sentry hits 200 energy, it has enough for 4 force fields later on. So that's 4 less force fields you need to deal with. And now throwing down the 2 more barracks, and still not getting his second gas, so he will be going very Marine heavy with some Marauders in that mix. Now getting Stimpack already. Might think of putting some early pressure, especially since he did snipe 1 sentry. So that is just a few more force fields he has to deal with. and that is a few more less force fields that Slider has to block this ramp, this very wide ramp at the natural. And of course he can even flank here with the back door. And this is already looking kind of nice for Tarson. Again, getting this double bunker, I think it's just a bit of an overkill, since he did see that natural expansion going down for Slider. But I guess better safe than sorry. Last game he actually put 3 bunkers down. There it is, the 3rd bunker once again. Just wanting to be safe. It is a temporary investment because you do get 75% back from salvaging these bunkers since the last patch, of course. Before it was 100, but I guess that was kind of in balance. I guess Blizzard's audio was in balance. I didn't mind it really. And now a factory going up that will most likely be used once again for a starport. This will build a reactor on it, and he will be swapping these just for drops later on. So same build from Tarson in the 2nd game, with the exception of that initial Reaper that actually did quite some good damage. I wonder if it's still alive. Yes, it is holding this watchtower here. So that Reaper really paying for himself now, holding the watchtower, and actually nice investment here by Tarson, since he was getting that tech lab anyways for those Marauders and that stim. Now he is a bit supply blocked. Very unusual from pro players to be supply blocked for this long, actually. Not opting to throw down supply. This supply depot almost done. And he is supply blocked for quite a while here. You don't usually see this. Now a lot of sentries on the field. 7 again for Slider. He actually lost one, so that would have been 8. And you can see a robotics facility now just completing, and 3 more gateways being thrown down from Slider in the main base. So that is 6 warp gates total, as well as this robotics facility, chrono boosting that observer out just to see this front door of Tarson. Tarson throwing down that missile turret once again, right before a bit earlier this time. Last time the observer actually made its way to the main base as soon as that missile turret finished. Now it's a bit earlier. The Ghost Academy now halfway complete for Tarson. Will be able to EMP those sentries, those EMPs that were so important in the first game. Not even waiting for a single ghost before making his way across the map. I think he should have actually waited for at least 1 ghost just so he could EMP Slider's forces, because that, with 8 sentries, he will be able to do a lot of damage, and stimming just a few units here to pick off that stalker. Nice little stim, only stimming about 6 units in front. Not costing him too much, since these medevacs will be able to heal them back. Now Slider getting in position at the top of this ledge, trying to snipe away at these forces from Tarson, but I think Slider will be quite safe, at least for now, because there is no EMP and no way that Tarson actually walks up this ramp with all these force fields up here. So he can't attack. Slider very safe behind this. We don't see a Colossus yet. I don't even think there is a robotics support bay. We actually see the link almost up and a Templar Archives for Slider, so he will be going for Storm here. Nice little choice, since there is a big bio ball, and the Colossus were not very effective last game. You can actually see 2 Vikings that will be almost useless since there are no Colossus on the field. So nice little choice here by Slider, but with that robotics facility not doing anything, I don't know if this was a wise investment. I guess it is worth it to get that observer, but he doesn't even have a nice position on it to spawn anything on the map. Double observer actually for Slider, really wants that information. Seeing that this army isn't very big, he will engage here and he should be able to clean it up, but Tarson wisely stims and runs away. Aggressive blink here by Slider. Takes 1 medevac out. Takes a second one out. So nice little snipe here by Tarson. Not costing a single unit and taking away 2 medevacs. Now these units that just stimmed, making their way back to the front door. I don't think this is wise. He could actually get force fielded and lose all these units. But now walking back home, And without any medevacs here, they will stay in the yellow until they at least get back home. And during that time, no third base as of yet for Tarson, just churning out unit. Yes, there it is actually in the main base, so he will take out these rocks and float this command center down to this third base. And you actually see that Slider might be saving up for a Nexus as well. He took out these rocks. This little Marine will be able to deny this probe, at least for now. Will that probe get the command center down? Yes, he does, so no denying of the expansion, at least for now. This Marine stimming and will actually think that he can snipe this Nexus. That's it, little Marine. You can snipe it. You think you can. You think you can. He might actually, because Slider is actually distracted up here spotting for this expansion. He does leave a stalker up here and spots it. Now he might actually try and take it out by attacking here, and he can force field this little choke here, preventing every single reinforcement from coming up. Nice EMP, getting about 4 sentries here, but still more in the back. Will be able to force field the rest, and the command center goes down. Nice snipe here by Slider. Very nice control with these force fields, preventing this army from preventing the command center from falling. So nice little force fields here, enabling Slider to actually fall back without taking any damage or very little damage, only losing force fields and a couple zealots in that engagement. Now zealot legs starting almost complete actually by Slider, sorry, and this expansion finally got rid of this Marine. Will finally go up. Now, very interesting mix. Still no Templars in this mix. I guess he is not even warping any Templars yet. So making no use of that Templar archives just yet. He did see the nice EMP again. All these zealots, very important EMP, since these zealots are the meat shield. He is waiting for legs to finish. There it goes. These zealots half engaging, not very decisive here. This might cost him a lot. A lot of zealots just dying in front for absolutely nothing. So very indecisive here by Slider. Not getting the best. Now 3 nice storms. I didn't even see these Templars in the mix. 3 nice storms going on this bio army, whittling down their health, and Tarson decides to actually fall back to some more medevacs, because these medevacs are going to be very, very low on energy once they actually heal all those Marines and Marauders. Stimming again, maybe an overstim here, because these are very, very weak. Stimming just to head back home. Slider actually sniping more medevacs. That is huge, because all this bio army is in the red and the orange. So without any medevacs, they will stay this way. One single zealot, hero zealot, actually picking away one Marauder and then joining the rest of his buddies. And now Slider has a huge advantage here. His third base was up way before his Tarson's base, and now this entire army in the deep red, because he was able to snipe all these medevacs. These SCVs being pulled from the line. Nice storm all on all these SCVs. They will get picked off quite easily, and I think Slider will be able to take this game, if not now, in just a few moments, because this army is deep in the red. Addicted actually leaving the game. He knows that it's over for Tarson. Only a few Marauders and a few SCVs left. 4 medevacs, all very low on health. And this is going to be game for Tarson. Losing game 2, we are going into game 3. Remember, this is a best of 5 series, so these players have to win 3 games just to win this series. So we will be going into game 3. Tune in, guys.